Black History Month was created to focus attention on the contributions of African Americans to the United States. It honors all Black people from all periods of U.S. history, from the enslaved people first brought over from Africa in the early 17th century to African Americans living in the United States today. Black History Month celebrates the rich cultural heritage, triumphs, and adversities that are an indelible part of our country's history.
Henry Blair, corn seed planter. Although Henry Blair is often credited as the first Black person to hold a U.S. patent, that honor belongs to Thomas Jennings, who was awarded a patent in 1821. While the U.S. Patent Office did not typically identify patent holders by race, Jennings' achievement was remarkable, given the racial prejudice and discrimination of the time. Little is known about Blair, except that he was likely not enslaved, as enslaved individuals were considered property and unable to hold patents. Blair's invention included a corn planter that combined plowing, seeding, and soil coverage, which he patented in 1834. He was later awarded a second patent for a cotton seed planter in 1836.
Sarah Boone improved the ironing board, which had been around for years, but often overlooked. Boone built a curved ironing board with a narrower width than the original, making ironing women's clothes easier. Her design was patented in 1892. It became the most widely copied iteration of the ironing board. It's worth noting that Boone was born in slavery.
Black History Month began as Negro History Week. In 1926, Carter G. Woodson established Negro History Week. The celebration highlighted Black Americans' history, lives, and contributions. In 1976, Negro History Week expanded to the month-long celebration we observe today. Woodson, an African-American historian who graduated with a PhD from Harvard, founded the Association for the Study of African American Life and History, ASALH. The ASALH now leads nationwide Black History Month celebrations and establishes its themes.
Nichelle Nicholas, born Grace Dale Nicholas on December 28, 1932, was an American actress, singer, and dancer who played Yura in Star Trek, and its film sequel was groundbreaking for African American actresses on American television. From 1977 to 2015, she volunteered her time to promote NASA program and recruit diverse astronauts, including some of the first females and ethnic minority astronauts. Born in the Chicago suburbs of Raleigh, she trained in dance and began her career as a dancer, singer, and model in Chicago. As an actor, she appeared on stage and television and film. She then toured the United States and Canada with the bands of Duke Ellington and Lionel Hampton. In 1959, she appeared as the principal dancer in the film Versus Prodigy and Bess. Her acting break was an appearance in Kicks and Company, Oscar Brown Highly Trotted but Ill-Fated 1961 musical. On Star Trek, Nicholas was one of the first Black women featured in a major television series. Her prominent supporting role as a bridge officer was unprecedented. She was once tempted to leave the series. However, a conversation with Martin Luther King Jr. changed her mind. In her role as Lieutenant Yura, Nicholas kissed white actor William Shatner as Captain James T. Kirk in the November 22, 1968 Star Trek episode. It has been cited as the first example of an interracial kiss on U.S. television, although several earlier instances have been identified. The Shatner-Nicholas kiss was considered groundbreaking. After the cancellation of Star Trek, Nicholas volunteered her time in a special project with NASA to recruit minority and women personnel for the space agency. She began this work by making an affiliation between NASA and a company which she helped to run, Women in Motion. Nicholas died of heart failure in Silver City, New Mexico on July 30th, 2022, at the age of 89. Her ashes are due to be sent into space.
Shelby Davidson, 1868-1930. Paper winding device. Just because someone worked in a post office doesn't mean the person has to deliver mail. Shelby Davidson worked for the U.S. Postal Service, the audited department, where he kept track of schedules and numbers. Perhaps necessary is, after all, the mothers of all invention. Davidson invented a paper winding device for adding machine in 1908 and an automatic free device in 1911. Both inventions made his job much easier and more efficient.
Garrett Morgan, 1877 through 1960, gas mask and traffic signal. Garrett Morgan invented the first hair straightening cream by accident. However, his other two inventions, the traffic signal and gas mask, resulted from deliberate research and development. His gas mask, known as the Morgan helmet, was identified in the patent application as a breathing device was adopted by firefighters to help them put out fires without inhaling poisonous air. Morgan was awarded the patent in 1912, and soldiers used the gas mask during World War I. With the money earned from his inventions, Morgan could buy a car while driving near an intersection in Cleveland, Ohio. He was witness a terrible accident which inspired him to invent a yield component as an addition to existing traffic signals. The traffic signal was intended to warn drivers about the upcoming stop. To yield, the component became one of the world's first 3 light systems, and Morgan was awarded the patent for it in 1924. Morgan's other inventions include the round belt fastener, hat fastener, and friction drive clutch.
Mary Jones Leon, 1838 to 1914, steam table. Mary Jones Leon was among the first black women to be awarded U.S. patents for her inventions, receiving her patent in 1896. Her invention was referred to simply as a cooking apparatus in the patent. Still, it was an innovative device that would become the prosecutor to the modern steam table commonly seen in food buffets today. Before the U.S. inventions, hot food was often kept warm using chafing devices, which required frequent refueling and could be dangerous.
Sarah Breedlove Walker, 1867-1919, hot comb and pomade. Sarah Breedlove Walker, popularly known as Madam C.J. Walker, is arguably the most well-known African-American woman inventor. She revolutionized hair care by designing the first hot comb and inventing the idea of pomade. Before the hot comb, most African-American women straightened their hair with clothing irons, resulting in scalp and facial burns and damaged hair. Walker sold her inventions and helped transform the marketing strategy for cosmetic products. She established a large group of saleswomen known as the Walker Clubs, a system later adopted by Mary Kay. In 1908, Walker founded Lydia College in Pittsburgh to teach women how to sell cosmetic products. Her innovative marketing tactics made her the first African American woman millionaire in the United States. Despite her wealth, Walker remained philanthropic and contributed significantly to various nonprofit groups, including the National Association for the Advancement of Colored Persons, NAACP. She even funded a scholarship to help women enroll in college-level education.
This has just been a few of the black men and women that were responsible for the pleasures and safety that all Americans enjoy today. Inventions have been many, though they have received little credit. Intelligence and brilliance have never been defined by color, and in the case of the black man, it was never conceived to bring light to the color of their skin. We are a proud, resilient, and strong people, many who just want to be the best they can be and live out their lives in peace. Black history is 365 days a year. It is a history that cannot be erased by ignorant minds of ignorant people. God has blessed everyone. I look forward to the day when all can and will realize this and live in peace.